Hello and welcome to this AWS Amazon web series. In this video, I am going to describe about this RDS Amazon RDS Aurora, which is MySQL PostgRE compatible relational RDBMS built for the cloud. See, the basic advantage of this is you get a very low cost. You can see Aurora is a MySQL and PostgRE SQL compatible RDBMS built for the cloud that combines the performance and availability of traditional enterprise database with simplicity and the cost effective of open source database. Okay, this is 5 times faster than MySQL, the key takeaways, and then 3 times faster than PostgRE SQL. It provides security, availability, reliability of commercial database at 1/10 of the cost. Please remember, this may be asked for the exam. Aurora is fully managed by Amazon Relational Database Service RDS, which automates time consuming administration tasks like hardware provisioning, database setup, patching and backups. Okay, so I will just show you some more important notes for Amazon Aurora. It's a proprietary technology and of course has 15 replicas, read replicas it can have, while MySQL has 5, that is one more important, and Amazon costs a little bit more than 20% of RDS, but in a long run it is more efficient. Okay, so high availability and read scaling, 6 copies of your data across 3 ALs, I mean availability zones. Okay, and 4 copies out of 6 are read for writes. So features of Aurora you can go through, which is automatic failover, backup and recovery, isolation and security, and of course if you see security, encryption at rest using KMS, and encryption backups, authentication using IAM. You are responsible for protecting the instance with security groups. You can't do SSH like RDS, okay, like MySQL. And in serverless, you need not choose the instance type. You can choose no need of provisioning. Only supports MySQL 5.6. Let us see. Helpful when you can't predict the workload, and you can also know about the serverless usage measured in Aurora capacity units. Build in 5 minutes increment of ACU. Okay. So quickly go to the console. So this is my RDS console. What I'll do, I'll quickly create a database. This doesn't come under free tier, so I'll be showing you. Okay, standard create, easy create. I'm going for a standard create. Select this Aurora. So here you can see with the MySQL community, with PostgRE SQL community, and most important one, you can see provision means if it is serverless, then there is no definition of instance. Okay, here in this case I am selecting this provision. So what you can do is production or development test. I say production, and I can give the settings for this DB. In this DB cluster identifier, I can see my Aurora DB master username. I can give my name Anand, and the password I can say confirm. Now here you can see the size. If I say serverless, you should not be seeing this size. Okay, capacity setting you need to set accordingly, but I'm going for provisioning. Okay, so I'll select something on maybe you have various kind of instances, large, so that's why they charge you more. R5 instances with 16 GB RAM is the minimum one with 2 CPU. Okay, I include previous generation classes. So if you want, you can enable your multi-AZ, and of course your default VPC, and subnet you can say default. Public access can be yes, and you can say security group. If you want, you can create a new security group, otherwise it's okay. And you can enable the port, I mean 3306. I can say security group, Aurora security. Okay, and database authentication is password authentication. Additional configuration you can database options. The initial DB name can be like I say your Aurora. The cluster is 5.7, it's okay. The backup, if you want backup, you can have backup every 1 day. Encryption, you can enable encryption also, enable or disable as needed. Okay, still more options are there. Yeah, retention is accidental delete or something, default 7 days. You can enable monitoring, you can export the logs, and you can enable even this maintenance also, minor or major updates which are there, minor version updates. You can even accidental protection, this is deletion protection which is there, and you can create your database. Once you start creating, you click this create database, yeah, your DB instance is getting created. You can view this log, the details. So you see this, once it is created, it is getting created. You can see my Aurora DB, regional, reader, and you can see this master. So yeah, in your what you call as reader master is your where you can read write as well as this particular one, and your reader database and endpoints. You can also select the endpoints of you can see, click this regional, you should see this database is still getting created. I am just waiting. Once it is created, you can click this yeah, reader writer, it's getting created. Just wait. Yeah, it is created now. Click the regional one and see the endpoints. You have two endpoints. The first one is for the read, and the other one is for read write. Okay, you can see this, but specifically for the writer there is one, and for the reader RO you can see this particular one. This is for reader endpoint. So yeah, once you can use your endpoint as necessary, and this is about, yeah, you can, but use it very carefully, the endpoints, because if you update in writer, it will automatically get changed into reader also. Okay, so now and also now I'll also update how you can do some additional things like add reader using auto scaling. So what you need to do, just add the policy to add more readers. I'm giving the policy name as my demo policy, and I will select the CPU greater than 60% or something. Okay, and I'll click this additional configuration. So to see this cooldown and I mean in period 300 seconds, and I can make up to 15 replicas based on the load. That is the maximum given in this Aurora. Okay, once you add the policy, you can have, I mean, auto scaling also applied. Okay, so that's all for this Amazon Aurora DB. This doesn't come under free tier once again, and thank you.